Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all hear me?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Channa from PW Holdings. First of all, I would like to thank University of Ruhuna, Professor Samantha Kumara, Dean, Management Faculty, and especially Dr. Manjula Vannayarachige, giving us this opportunity. Dear sir, we should appreciate your effort to improve students' knowledge by organizing this kind of course. And I would like to thank you all for your participation and welcome you all to Sage Business Cloud Accounting Software Online Lecture Series. Before start today's session, I would like to explain course objectives and intended our training outcomes. Actually, this is a quite expensive course if you are doing outside. Especially, we are doing free of charge request made by Dr. Manjula, and we expect you all of you to actively participate for the session. Since this is online session, we cannot properly get your feedback. Therefore, please ask questions if you have, or you can message any questions. In addition to that, we are available before the session and after the session. That time also you can utilize for if you have any questions or clarify any issues. And most importantly, you should get proper knowledge from this course, how to register for Sage Business Cloud Accounting Software, how to implement the system, how to create master files such as customer, supplier, inventory, general ledger accounts, banks, etc., and how to do transaction, how to generate reports, and how to design a layout. And we know there may be professionals, business owners, or entrepreneurs and freelancers. Uh, for professionals, you can implement the system by yourself for your company. And for business owners and entrepreneurs, you can analyze your company performance by using system dashboard and other MIS report. And also, if you are a freelancer or you are providing part-time accounting services, you can earn extra income by working as a service provider by implementing Sage Business Cloud accounting software. Especially, this is a cloud-based software you can implement and support at any time and anywhere. After completing the course, there will be a evaluation at the end of the course, and if you are achieve the uh, pass mark, you will get a certificate. Okay, then I'll move to little explain about accounting softwares. There are two types of accounting softwares. First one, on-premises or server-based. Second one, cloud accounting software, or online accounting software, or web-based accounting software. First one, we need to install to a server in your office or your premises, and users can log into the system only when they are in the this company only. And if you are using cloud accounting software, you can log into the system anywhere and anytime. Then there are many benefits of cloud accounting software. Actually, cloud softwares you don't want to install to a particular server or any computer. Therefore, this is very cost effective product, and you don't want to purchase high-end or expensive servers. And then this is very up-to-date software. Now, if you take server-based software, if you have installed to one version, if you want to upgrade, you need to pay additionally, or for few years you are using the same version. But if you are using cloud product, it's every day when the software updates, you are also getting the updates of the software. and this is very less maintenance cost, because if you have a computer and internet connection, you can log in. But if you are working on a server based software, uh, there may be network maintenance, server maintenance also will be there. Then there are few or there are many cloud accounting softwares, QuickBook, MyOB, Zero, Soho Books, like that softwares available. Today we are doing Sage Business Cloud Accounting. Okay, then we will move to course plan. First, we will check how to register for accounting software, Sage Business Cloud Accounting software. Then we will move to master file creations, customer, supplier, inventory, GL, bank accounts. Those things we will create. Then transactions, customer, supplier invoices, receipts, payments, bank reconciliations. Then reports, financial report, tax reports, audit report, transaction reports, and also the additional module called Sage Intelligence Reporting. From that, you can design your reports. After that, add-on modules. There are few add-on modules. We will discuss how to activate those add-on modules. Finally, we will do administration. From that, you can manage your users and how to give permissions to users. Okay, now I think you all have received that email from no reply at sage business sage.com. First, you need to accept that user account. After that, you can log into the system. In your URL, please type accounting.sage1.asia. accounting.sage1.asia. After that, in this screen, you can enter your email address and your password. After that, click login, and you can log into the system. Okay, is it clear? Can you log into the system?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay, please type accounting.sage1.asia, and in this screen, you can enter your email address and password. After that, click login. Then you can log into the system. Okay, like that, you can log into the system. Uh, Now I'll explain how to register for new company. Okay, you can log into our website pwholdings.lk. Then there's a button called free trial. You can click this link. After you click that link, you will navigate to another screen. From here, you can enter your company name, country select as Malaysia, and you can enter your details: first name, last name, mobile number, email address, password, and you can enter this access code. And if you are doing currently using any software, you can use that you can select that software from here. And if you are in business, you can select any period, or you this is actually not much required. You can select any data and uh, click here, I accept the terms and condition, and you can sign up for new company. Okay, I'll repeat it again. You can go to pwholdings.lk, and you can click this free trial. Then enter your company details, company name, country. First, from country, actually currently this is Sri Lankan version not available. You can use Malaysia. And after that, you can enter your name, first name, last name, mobile number, email, password, and you can confirm the password, enter access code, and from here you can select these in software or number of years. After that, tick I accept the terms and condition and click sign up. Okay, after like this, you can create new company, and you will receive mail from Sage to accept your account. After that, you can activate your account. Okay, like that you can create new company. If you want to register for new company, you can register for new company like that. Okay, next, if you have any questions, you can ask now related to that registration.
Can you repeat again?
Right, sure. Okay, first log into pwholdings.lk. Can you see the screen? Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, you can click this free trial sign up now button. After that, new screen will open. From this screen, you can enter your company name, select country as Malaysia, enter your first name, last name, mobile number, email address, and you can create a password. Password should be at least 6 characters long, and it should contain one lowercase, one uppercase, one number, and one special character. You can enter at or hashtag like that for special character, and it should at least 6 characters long. Okay. After that, you can enter the same password here. Enter this access code now here for CYCD, and from what you currently use, from this drop down menu you can select any software. This is actually not select the correct one. And from years in business also, you can select any options from here. After that, tick this I accept the terms and condition and click sign up button. After that, new company will create for you, and you will receive an email from Sage to confirm your account. And one important thing, from one email address you can create only one admin account. Now if you want to create another company, or if you want to register for another trial version, you can use a different email address. Okay.
Excuse me, Chan.
Yes.
Now, actually, you have already done this step for our batch, right?
Yes, sir, we have done. And now if you want to practice, you can, like that, you can create new companies.
Yeah, will it be a problem now if our students are trying again with the same email address? They will not be allowed, right?
Yes, sir. From one email address, you can create only one company.
Okay, so if
Okay.
they already activated their account using the link that you sent,
Same, yeah.
they don't need to do
No,
it
no,
today.
no, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Okay, sir. Right. Next, we will move to implementation. Click this company, and you can click change company settings. Okay. Go to company, change company settings. From here, we can set our company settings, and there are company details, general settings, tax settings, document and statements, branding, uh, user defined fields, email signatures, and multi-currency module. Okay, first we will start from company details. uh, there are three options, three menus. First one, company details. From here, you can enter your company details. Now, we have created the company using your name. So, under company name, you can see your name in there. And if you want to change, you can change from here. And you can enter your telephone number. If fax or mobile numbers available, you can enter those details. And under contact name, you can enter your contact person name. Okay, if you are implementing for company, or assume you are implementing this for your company, you can enter your uh, company details here, and you can enter all your company details. Okay. After that, you can enter your company postal address and physical address. From here, you can enter address, physical postal address. From here, you can enter your company physical address. Okay. Next, email. Uh, there are few options. First one, actually now from this Sage Business Cloud Accounting, you can directly email your uh, invoices, receipts, purchase orders, quotation, like that. You can directly email. I'll show it. From here, you can email your quotations, invoices, receipts to customers or suppliers. Now, from here, there are two options. Use this email as communication, or second one, use no reply at accounting.sage1 sage1.my as from address. Now, if you select this use no reply at sage1.my, when you are sending emails, recipient will see this email address. Okay. Now you can send emails from system, and if you select use no reply at accounting.sage1.my, your users will see as a recipient that your email address as no reply at accounting.sage1.my, or else you can enter any email address for communication. Okay, if your company has an email address, you can enter here. Then your recipient will see as this email address. Okay. Next option, CC. Now, assume in your company there are few users, and you are the company owner. You want to view all the emails your users send to clients or your suppliers. In that case, you can activate this always CC this email address, and you can enter your email address here. Then when your users send emails to your customers or suppliers, you will receive a copy of that email. Okay. From here, you can send emails to your suppliers or customers. You can send purchase orders, quotations, invoices to suppliers and customers. And when your users sending emails, the users sending purchase orders or customer invoices, receipts, you will get a copy of that email. Okay, you can activate, you can tick here, always see this email address, and you can enter your email address. Okay, next, additional company information. From here, you can enter your company tax number if available, and company registered name, registration number, tax office. You can enter if you are a tax registered company. Uh, you can enter inland revenue for tax office, and from entity type, you can select one of following options. If your company is a private limited company, you can select private limited, or company limited by guarantee, foreign company, limited liability partnership, partnerships, private limited, public limited, sole proprietor. Okay, uh, you can select the relevant option from this menu. After that, you can enter your company city, state, and country. Okay, uh, under statutory information, you can enter your tax number, registered name, company registration number, tax office, and entity type. Under additional company information, you can enter your company city, state, or province, and country. Then next one, major industry code. Actually, in some foreign countries, there may be industry uh, codes for industries. Currently in Sri Lanka, we are not using any industry codes. Therefore, no need to fill this. If it is available, you can add code and description here. Okay, next, customer zone. Now, in Sage Business Cloud Accounting, your customers also can view their statement online. Now, when you are sending emails, with that email, system will send a link for your company. Then that your customers also can view their invoices, receipts outstanding online. Now, if you want to enable customer zone, you can tick from here. You can tick, then your customer zone will activate, and after that, your customers can view their statements online. Okay, there are two options: invoices and calls only. Second option, invoices and account history. Now, if you select first option, invoices and quotes only, your customers can view only invoices and quotations. Actually, now that from customers on, the relevant customer can view only their statements, not others. Other customers only their invoices and uh, receipts, quotation they can view. Okay, and they don't want to log into the system. It's only they can view, they cannot do any transaction, and they don't want to log into the system. From link, they can view their invoices, quotations, or their account history. Right. Second option, invoices and account history. If you select this option, your customers can view invoices, receipts, quotations, sales orders, and outstanding invoices and account history they can view. Okay. Uh, and from here, if you can enter any name, your company name, then customers can view this name as their customer zone. Okay, I'll repeat it again. Now, from Sage Business Cloud Accounting, you can email uh, your customer documents. And when you are sending emails, there will be a link. And by clicking that link, your customers can view their statements online. Now, for activate customer zone, you need to enable this customer zone by ticking this tick box here. You can enable your accounting customer zone. After that, there are two options: invoices and quotes only, invoices and account history. If you select invoices and quotes only, your customers can view invoices and quotations only. And if you select invoices and account history, your customers can view their invoices, quotations, sales orders, and account history they can view. From display name, you can enter your company name, then customer can view your company name. Okay. This way you can enter your company details. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask. Is it clear up to now? Okay. You can give any feedback if it is explanations speed or slow. You can give your feedback. According to that, we can adjust the speed. Okay. Next, we will move to general settings. From here, we can create our financial years for the system. Okay. Now, in practical situation, you can implement the system for all company, or you can implement in the system for new company. Now, if you are implementing the system for new company, you can straight away create financial from here. You can go to your company financial years. There may be two, 1 or 2 years may be available. From that, you can change your financial year start date and end date. This may be in your system. There may be 1st January 2020 or 2021 available, and you can change that financial year start date. Okay. Now, if you are implementing a new company, you can straight away you can change the company financial year start date and end date, and you can save this financial year. And when you are implementing the system for all company, sometimes there may be outstanding balances of that customers or suppliers may be available. Now, for an example, today, if you are implementing system for all company, there may be customer outstanding from 2017. Okay. And when you are entering that opening balances, you need to create financial years oldest outstanding invoice. Okay. I'll repeat it again. Now, in practical situation, when you are implementing any accounting software, you may implementing accounting software for new company or all company. For new company, it's straightforward. You can use the current financial year and you can continue the implementation. And when you are implementing the system for all company, there may be customer outstanding or supplier outstanding, may be little 2-3 years back outstanding may be available. In that case, if you want to add now, if for example, if your customer has outstanding invoices from 2017, in that case you need to create financial years from 2017. Okay. You can create financial years by clicking this plus mark. And if you want to remove any financial year, you can click this delete line, this red color button you can click, then that financial year will be deleted. Okay. If you want to add financial year, you can click this green color plus mark, then new financial year will be created. Okay. Now, in some companies, financial year start from January. Some companies maybe start from April 1st. Now, in Sri Lanka, most of companies financial year start date from 1st of April, but sometimes some companies use 1st of October or 1st of January. They are using as financial year start date. By clicking here, you can enter your financial year start date. You can enter 1st of April 2020 or 2021, and you can enter financial year end date here. Okay, there's another column, current financial year. Now, if you are in from here, you can now in my example, I mean now 2021 to 2022 financial year. Therefore, I'll take this current financial year. And yours in your system also, you can select current financial year. You can tick here, and we need to select this current financial year for when we are generating the reports. If you select yearly, then system will automatically pick the current financial year. The purpose of that selecting current financial year, when we are generating reports, we can automatically get the current financial year reports. Okay. You can select current financial year, and if you want to add any financial years, you can add by clicking this plus mark. Okay, right. Next, lockdown date. Now you can set this activate this lockdown date by ticking this set a lockdown date here, and you can set a date for lockdown date. Now, the purpose of this lockdown date is the purpose. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thanks. Now, main purpose of this lockdown date is you can set a lockdown date here, and you can set a lockdown date. And if you set a lockdown date, your users cannot enter transaction prior to this period. Now, assume we set lockdown date as 31st March 2019. Before this date, your users cannot enter any transactions. Actually, this is you can use for control purpose. Sometimes users might by mistakenly select any all dates and enter transaction. To prevent that, you can use this lockdown date. And especially now, if you are new company, assume you started from 1st of April 2021, and you can set lockdown date as 2020 2021 March 31st. Then users cannot enter transaction prior to that period. Okay, and also after audit, you can set this, you can change this lockdown date. Then your users cannot enter transaction for prior financial year. Okay, sometimes there may be by mistakenly users may enter select incorrect dates in the system. You can prevent those mistakes by setting a lockdown date. Right. Okay, now you can create financial years like that. And after you end this financial year, assume now we are in 1st of April 2022, or before that this financial year ends, you need to create new financial year. Then you can enter new transaction for new financial year. Okay, now assume we end this financial year. Before start new financial year, you need to create new financial year. After that, you can enter transactions for this financial year. Okay, after you select after in current financial year, you need to enter new financial year. then you can enter transaction for next financial year. And also now assume we are in 31st March and tomorrow is 1st of April. Then when we are logging to the first time to the next financial year, system will pop up a message, do you want to create a new financial year? Then that time also you can create new financial year and you can start transactions. Okay, there are two options. First one, you can by manually you can create new financial year or for next financial year, or when system pop up the message, you can create the new financial year. Right. Like that you can create financial years and you can save. Next, rounding. From here, if you want to round up, round down, normal rounding or no rounding, you can select. Now some companies they will not show that decimal places cents value, and if you want to hide those decimal values, you can round up to any cents or rupee value. Then uh, that all reports will display after rounding up that cents value. Okay, you can keep this no rounding, then actual values will display in the transactions and the reports. Okay, if you have any questions related to financial years and rounding, you can ask. Is it clear? Okay, next we will move to regional settings. From here, we can create decimal places and currency symbol. Now, from here, we can create customer transactions. When you are entering transactions, you can select any item. Right, now from here, you can select, you can enter your quantity. Now, when you enter your quantity, you can see there are, now I have entered 5. There are 5 and 2 decimal places available. Now, you can set those decimal places from here. Now, if you, for an example, if you are selling your items in kilograms, then there may be 3 decimal places, or you are selling in liters, there may be decimal places. You can change these decimal places, you can set from here. Okay, from regional settings you can set. Okay, now for an example, if you in your quantities you don't want to show decimal places, in that case you can use 0 for here. You will save. Right, from here you can change your decimal places, and if you are enter 0 here, those decimal places will not display in this in your transactions. I'll show it again. Now I'll enter quantity decimal places here 0, and I'll save. Now you can see there's no decimal places because we have changed number of decimal places from these regional settings. Okay, if we enter 2 again here and save, now decimal places not available. We will refresh. Now you can see 2 decimal places. Right, like that you can enter your decimal places from here. And if you want to add decimal places for your values, now for an example, when you are entering any quotation or invoice or any transaction, you can view these 2 decimal places available here. If you want to remove that decimal places, you can enter 0 here, or if you want to increase number of decimal places, you can change from here. From if you change this value decimal places, that number of decimal places will apply to your transactions. Okay, then hourly decimal places, from Sage Business Cloud Accounting, you can enter your timesheets. For an example, if you are implementing the system for security company or accounting accounting service provider company, those companies will charge for number of hours they are working. So those times you can enter that timesheet here system, and you can invoice that billable hours to customers. Now from this regional settings, you can select or you can enter how many decimal places you want to display in that transactions, and from here you can set that number of decimal places. If you set 2 here, when you are entering timesheets, you can see 2 decimal places, 2 number of or minutes you can view from here, and if you want to increase, you can increase from here. Right, from here we can create regional settings. We can set quantity decimal places, value decimal places, our decimal places. Next one, currency symbol. Now some companies use LKR, some companies may use rupees. Those currencies you can set from here. Now when you are entering transactions, you can see LKR available here for all rupee values, because we have set LKR. And if you want to set rupees, if you want to change rupees, you can enter RS here. Okay, you can set LKR or you can set rupees here. And when you are set currency symbol, please don't enter any spaces or any special characters like this full stop or dots. Don't enter those things. Enter only letters. You need to enter LKR or rupees. Then those symbol will display here. In your rupee values, you can view this currency symbol in rupee values. Okay, then date format, you can set your date formats from here, DD, MM, YYY, or year first, then month, finally date, or month first, date next, finally year. Like that, you can set date format. Okay, there's a question. How to change hours decimal places. Now you can select, first go to hours decimal places, and now if you want to show only hours, you can enter 0 here, then no decimal places. And if you want to show 2 decimal places, you can enter 2 here, then you can view that hourly. You can set that decimal places for hours, right? uh, Quantity decimal places you can enter from quantities. Now if you are selling full items without any decimal places, you can enter 0 here, then there's no decimal places for that items. Okay, first actually some add-ons modules available here. I'll explain after this. Right now there are a few add-ons module. Please go to your administration, then go to my profile. If you're is sometimes some companies may not available that add-on modules, you can activate that. Go to administration, my profile, and click select or click upgrade. From here you can upgrade your system. Now first choose your upgrade options. From here, now assume your company has your two companies. In that case, you can add additional company from here, and you can add additional users by now. If you now currently you have two users, if you want to add users, you can add additional users from here. And that system has a document store. If you want to increase, you can increase here. And there are additional modules also. From this time tracking, if you activate time tracking, you can view that hourly decimal places. And system has multi-currency. You can enter one for all these add-on modules: time tracking, multi-currency, advanced inventory, and debtors manager. And click next. Okay, after that here also click next, and you can add add-on modules to your system. Okay, uh, go to administration, my profile, click upgrade. You can enter one for time tracking, multi-currency, advanced inventory, and debtors manager. After that, you can click next. Again click next, and you can upgrade your system. Okay, is it clear? Right. Okay, next you can select this company and select company console. Select your company. Uh, Go to company, company console, and from this you can view your company, and right side there may be manage modules button. From here you can tick for these all manage modules, and you can save. Okay, tick to this time tracking, advanced inventory, multi-currency, and debtors manager. After that, save. then your add-on modules will activate. Okay, go to company console, select your company, right side click manage modules, tick for all add-on modules and save. Then your add-on modules will activate. Right. Then you can enter your hours, decimal places, and you can enter your currency symbol, and you can select date format. Okay, next customer and supplier settings. From here, you can set your customer and supplier settings. First one, warn when duplicate customer reference used customer invoices. Now, when you are enter any transaction, customer invoice, first one says warn when duplicate customer reference used on customer invoices. Now you can enter customer transactions from here, and that this setting says you can enter customer reference here. You can enter purchase order number, customer purchase order number, or any reference number here. Now from these settings, if you take this setting, this option, warn when duplicate customer reference used on customer invoices, if you enter duplicate value, if you are enter same value in two different invoices, system will pop up a message, you are entering the same value, or you are enter duplicate value. Okay. Next option, warn when duplicate supplier invoice number used on supplier invoices. Now you can enter your supplier invoice number here when you are entering supplier invoices. We will later, these things we will discuss later when you are doing transactions. You can get just idea how to set these settings. We will discuss these things again when you are doing that customer and supplier transactions. Now, when you are entering supplier invoice, you can enter supplier invoice number, and this option says warn when duplicate supplier invoice number used on supplier invoices. That means there's a little message will pop up in the system if you are entering same supplier invoice number twice, because supplier invoices numbers, they are sending only one for one invoice. So if you are entering same supplier invoice number for more than one invoice, supplier invoice, system will think that is a user mistake. Therefore system will pop up a message, you are entering duplicate supplier invoice number. Okay, next one, display inactive customers for selection when processing. Now you can create suppliers from here, and sometimes you want to discontinue that customer because due to that customer is not paying properly, or they have any outstanding, you want to block this customer. In that case, you can untick this option. Now if you tick this active option, that customer is activated, and if you want to deactivate it, or if you want to inactive, you can untick this option. Now system says display inactive customers for selection when processing. That means if you inactivated any customers, if you want to do any transactions for customer, that customer will not display in this drop down menu. Okay, now for an example, now I have in this customer list, there's a customer called A01, Now I have inactivated this customer. I am not selling for this customer. Therefore, I untick this one and I inactivated this customer. Now this third one, display inactive customers for selection when processing. Now if you tick this option, system will display inactivated customers also. If you untick this option, system will not display inactive customers. Now I'll go to customer transaction, customer invoice, and I'll select customer. Now you can see that A01 customer is not available here because that is a inactivated customer. Now if you tick this again and you save, now go to customer transactions. Now you can see A01 available. Okay. Now this setting says display inactive customers for selection when processing, and this is says if you have blocked any customers or inactivated any customers, those customers will not display in that when you are select the those inactivated customers will not display in this menu. The next one, display inactive suppliers for selection when processing. Now same way you can do it for suppliers. You can go to supplier list and I'll open this supplier and I deactivate this supplier. Now I'll go to transactions, supplier purchase order. Now I select that supplier drop down menu. That's supplier drop down menu. That supply is not available. That because we have inactivated that supplier, therefore that supplier will not display. I'll activate this supplier again. And go to transactions. Now you can see that supplier available again. Right. Next one, display inactive customers for selection on reports. This says when you are generating reports, customer reports, if you want to display that inactive customers, you can select tick here. And same way, if you want to display inactive suppliers for reports, you can tick this option. That then inactive customers also will display in the reports. Right. Next one, use inclusive processing or customer supply documents by default. Now, if you are a tax registered company, there may be inclusive and exclusive amounts. Now, when you are entering transaction, you can see use inclusive amount here, and sorry, here you can see exclusive amount. That means without tax amount. And if you want to display inclusive amount when processing transactions, you can tick this option. Now we will refresh again. Now you can see that exclusive amount has changed to inclusive amount. Okay. Now here under general settings, customer and supplier settings, we have ticked this use inclusive processing. Then it will display inclusive amount. And if you untick this option, untick and save. Now you can view exclusive amount again, right? Right. Next one, use account as default document line type selection. Now, when you are entering customer or supplier transactions, from here, there are few options, three options: item, account, bundle. Now, from these settings, it says use account as default document line type. Then now here, default type is item. If you want to set account as default type, you can change it from here. Now if you tick here, now you can see that type has changed to item. Now when you are entering supply invoice or purchase order, you can purchase items, or you can directly enter that supply invoice for GL account. Those change. Now if you want to purchase any item, you can select item, then from selection you can select items. Now if you select accounts, you can select general GL accounts from this item selection, or select accounts, right? Now if you tick here, use account as default document line type, system will default that type to account. Then you can select only GL accounts from here. And if you want to set item as default method or default line type, you can untick this option. Okay. Now sometimes most of companies may use or may sell item. Sometimes for an example, if you are in audit firm, you will enter that without selling items, you will directly pass or invoice to GL account. Now for an example, you are doing accounting services for particular company, and you can invoice for your customers selecting GL accounts as accounting services. And in that case you can use this use account as default. Or in trading companies, they mostly select items in that their invoices. Therefore they can use item as type. Then they can select they are selling items in the selection. Now from this use account as default document line type selection, that you can set default type to accounts and items. Okay, according to your company requirement, you can do these changes. Right. Next one, item settings. Right. There are also a few settings. First one, warn when item quantities fall below zero. Now, when you are entering transaction, sometimes items will display in the that system, but physically not available. Okay. Now from these settings, warn when item quantities fall below 0. Now sometimes you have, for an example, this item has only two quantities on hand. Okay, in our system we have only two quantities, but you will receive an order for three number of items of this item. Okay, you have only two, you will receive an order for three numbers. Now in first settings, warn when item quantities fall below 0. Now you have two, you will enter number 3, then your stock will fall below 0. You have 2, then you will invoice for 3, then your stock value will be -1. I'll open customer invoice. Now this item, Sonic Wave item, we have 2, and we have an order for 3 numbers. And when you are processing that transaction, system will display a message. Processing this quantity will cause the quantity on hand for items, this item fall below 0. And you can and you can process that invoice, because system will think it's a mistake. Now if you have two quantities and you cannot invoice for 3, therefore system will pop up a message, this item, if you are invoicing this, quantities fall below 0. And first option is on when item quantities fall below 0. If you still tick this option, you cannot bypass that message, and you can process that invoice. But if you select second option, do not allow item quantities fall below 0, then you save this and we will refresh. And select this item. We will enter 3. Now system will display processing this quantity will cause the quantity on hand for this item to fall below 0. You are not allowed to process below quantity on hand. Okay, now again that number changed to 1. Earlier we entered 3. Now system says processing quantity will cause quantity on fall below 0. Therefore, we are not allowed to invoice that. Okay. This item setting, first one, when item quantities fall below 0. From here, if you tick this option, system will allow to process the invoice, and it will display a message, and system will allow to process that transaction. But if you select second option, do not allow item quantities below 0, you cannot process that transaction. Okay, and importantly, you cannot select both. You can select only one option from here. Okay, next one, when item cost is 0, and when you are enter transaction, if that item cost is 0, you are not allowed, then system will pop up a message. Okay, next one, when item selling price is below cost. Now we will open. Okay. Now, if you take this option, one, when item selling price is below cost, the selling price of this item is below the cost price, because system will display a message, you are selling that item below the cost price. Okay. Like that, these settings for actually eliminate user mistakes. Now if you are purchasing at 500,000 and you are not selling at 100,000, therefore system will think this is a user mistake. Therefore system will warn when you are selling goods below the cost price. Okay. These all options to mitigate or eliminate user mistakes. If you are tick these options, and then system will pop up message when you are entering transactions below the cost, or when you are invoicing more than quantity on hand. Like that, if you are doing like that kind of transaction, system will warn, please check this, like that. Okay. Then next one, display inactive item for selection on document lines. Now like that, customer and supplier, now sometimes after you selling some items, you will discontinue that product. Okay. You are not selling anymore that product. In that case, you can inactive that item. Now here, assume 001 product, we will inactive. Now when you are selling, when you are going to transactions, and if you select this one, those 01, this item 001 item will not display here, because it has inactive item. It is an inactive item. System say display inactive items for selection on document lines. If you tick here, system will display inactive items for in the transaction. If you untick this option, system will not display inactivated items in the transaction. Okay. Next one, display inactive items for selection on reports. Then if you tick this option, system will display inactive items for on reports. And if you untick this one, inactivated items will not display in the reports. Okay. Next one, sales order reserve item quantities. Now sometimes in practical situation, some companies, assume you in your company, customers will send a quotation to you to get your pricing. After that, you will send a quotation. Then customer will send a purchase order to you. That time you will enter a sales order for that customer. Okay. uh, you will enter sales order for that customer. And now this option says, if you enter any sales order, that quantities will reserve for that customer, and you cannot you cannot sell that those quantities to other customers. Okay. This option says sales orders reserve item quantities. If you enter any sales orders, you cannot sell that items to other customers. Okay. Next option, display inactive item bundles for selection on document line. Now here we will discuss in detail in when you are doing Masterfiles. From here you can create bundle items. Bundle item is now, for an example, uh, now if you assume you are selling computers, that computers, you can for computer there are maybe components, CPU, speakers, mouse, keyboard, like that components available. Now from bundle items, you can add those components to one item. And when you are invoicing, Now here I'll change type to bundle and I'll select computer. Now I have entered only computer, but other components of that computer will display here. CPU, monitor, mouse, uh, all other components will display here with quantities and price. uh, the main purpose of that bundle item is we can add components to a particular item. Then when you are invoicing, all that items will display in the screen. Now we will discuss in detail when we are creating master files. Now this option says display inactive item bundles for selection on document line. Now if you have inactivated bundle item, will not display when you are entering transactions. Okay. uh, then next one, use perpetual inventory system. You can tick this option if you have activated that advanced inventory module. uh, from here you can tick and you can save. Okay, like that we can set general settings. uh, is it clear, this item settings to you? If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, then we will move to a little practical for you. Please create financial years from 2019 and make your financial year start date as 1st of April and create financial years from 2019 1st of April and set a lockdown date from the 31st March 2019. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask. And in your system, please create financial years from 2019, 1st of April. Create financial years up to uh, 31st March 2022. Okay, you can create your financial years from 2019, 1st of April up to 31st March 2022. That means you need to create 3 financial years. Uh, and if you have any questions, please ask. Okay, and you can tick current financial year, and you can set a lockdown date. Right. Next, please go to regional settings and enter your currency symbol as RS. Okay, go to regional settings and change your currency symbols as RS. Okay, and go to company details and please enter uh, company details, company name, postal address, and telephone number, fax number, and email address.
I just want to ask from the students because there are some students who cannot practice at the same time because they are not logged in using computer. Can you please let us know how many of you are doing it now while you are listening to the lecture? If you are doing it, can you please say yes in the chat message? If you are doing while you are listening to the lecture, please type yes.
Okay. Next, we will move to time tracking settings. Now, from here, it's same as previous settings. Display inactive projects for selection on document line. Now, if you untick this option, inactive projects will not display in transactions or documents line. Now, project means, now for an example, uh, if you are, I'll take the same example as a security company. Now, if you are a security company, you may have projects like, for an example, you have that now assume we are taking Sampath Bank, and Sampath Bank has different branches. We can use branch as a project, and we can create different branches, and we can allocate our security officers for that branches. Now, this setting says display inactive projects for selection on document lines. Now, when you are entering transaction, those that inactive items will not display in that transaction line. Okay, now assume we are bundles. From here we can select we can select bundles here, projects here, and if you untick these options, inactivated projects will not display in this transaction lines. Now you can view these projects and set a lockdown date, and if you set any date when you are entering timesheet prior to this period, system will not allow to enter timesheet in the timesheets. Okay, if you set a lockdown date and set a lockdown date uh, prior to this period, you cannot enter timesheets in this time tracking module. Okay, same as customer, supply, and items. You can uh, display inactivated projects for selection on document lines, and you can set a lockdown date for time tracking settings. Okay, is it clear? If you have any questions, you can ask up to now. Right, we will take a short break. We will take 10-minute break, and we will start 4:50. Okay, thank you. If you have any questions in that break time also, you can ask, or you can take a break, and we will start 4:50.
Some students are asking whether we can share the video with them. Is it okay, Channa, if we share the
Okay,
video?
sir. No problem, sir.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. Okay, we'll start the session. Right. Next, we will move to outstanding balances. Now, we can generate our customer outstanding reports from Sage Business Cloud Accounting. We can generate age analysis, and from these settings, first one, there are actually two settings. Did select this option if you want to agent to work on the actual number of days. Now you can take this option or you can untick this option. If you take this option, it will calculate your outstanding monthly. Now for an example, if you enter any invoice, if you are setting credit on 5th of May, if you take this option, system will calculate number of outstanding days from after the end of this month. Now for an example, if you are enter customer invoice, if you are selling credit on 5th of May, if you tick this monthly option, system will calculate outstanding from 31st May 2021. And if you untick this option, system will calculate the actual number of days. Okay. Second option, invoice date and due date. Now, when you are creating customers, you can enter customer credit period. Now from here, you can enter customer credit period. And if you select due date, when you are generating customer outstanding report, system will calculate invoice date plus that customer's credit period. Okay. Now for an example, if you are enter invoice on 1st of January, and if you are giving 30 days credit period for that customer, system will calculate outstanding from 30th April for that invoice. Okay, because customer has 30 days credit period, system will calculate after considering that credit period. And if you select invoice date, system will calculate actual number of days. Okay, there are two options. First one in invoice date, second one due date. If you select due date, system will calculate age analysis after considering the credit period. Now for an example, if you are invoice on 1st of uh, January and you are giving 30 days credit period, system will calculate outstanding from 31st January. And if you select invoice base or invoice date, system will calculate actual number of days. Okay, right. Is it clear? There are two options. Monthly, you can tick monthly or you can untick. If you select monthly, system will calculate outstanding from that calendar, end of that calendar month. Now for an example, if you invoice on 5th of May, system will calculate outstanding from 31st May. And this run aging based on invoice date or due date. If you select due date, system will calculate number of outstanding days from after considering that credit period. And if you select invoice date, system will calculate actual number of days. Okay, is it clear? If you have any questions, you can ask. Right. Next, we will move to personal information. Now from here, you can enter a retention period. You can select any number of years and you can enter reason for here. Actually, this protection of personal information due to Data Protection Act, Even though you select any number of days, you can keep your data. There's no issue. And you need to enter any reason for you can enter in statutory information or audit purposes. You can enter as a reason. Actually, this is only for because of that Data Protection Act, because we are saving customer and supplier details. According to Data Protection Act, we need to mention how many number of years we need to save and why we are saving. Therefore, we can select any number of days and we can enter any reason here. Right. Do you have any questions regarding general settings? You can create financial years from this by clicking this plus mark, and you can set a lockdown date, and from rounding you can select rounding, and regional settings you can set quantity decimal places, value decimal places, hours decimal places, currency symbol, and date format. From customer and supply settings you can warn or you can get alert when your quantity fall below zero, or you can inactivated items or customer suppliers you can display in reports and invoices. From item settings you can set or you can get alert when your quantity fall below zero. And sorry, actually I missed one important things. Now you can create price list from the system. Actually now sometimes some companies selling different customers at different prices. Now for an example, if you have a good customer, if a customer is paying properly and you have a good relationship with that customer, you are giving discounted price. Or if a customer purchase bulk purchases, you are giving a discount. Okay, in that case you can create a price list and you can link that price list to customer. And when you are entering invoice to that customer, that relevant price list will display in that in the invoice. Now for an example, you have item A and you are selling for good customers or frequent customers, you are selling at 90, and normal retail customers uh, you are selling at 100. Okay, in that case we can create different price list as wholesale customer and retail price and wholesale price. And we can link that price list to customer. When we are creating customer, we can link that price list to customer, then relevant price list. Now if it is a retail customer, for retail customers we are selling at 100, and when we are selecting that retail customers, when we are invoicing, that retail price will display in the invoice. And if you are selling for wholesale customer, that wholesale price will display in the invoice. Now from here you can create price list, and you can link that price list to uh, your customers. Okay, now please create three price list. One is default price list, second one retail price, and third one wholesale price. You can create price list by clicking this plus mark. Okay, and if you want to remove any price list, you can delete by clicking this red color button. Okay, now you can create uh, three price list. First one for default price list, second one for retail price, third one for wholesale price. Okay, you can create price list from here, general settings, item settings, and under price list by clicking this green color plus mark, you can create price list, and you can rename price list by clicking that name, and you can enter that price list. Okay, then time tracking, outstanding personal information we have completed. Next, we will move to tax settings. Okay, now sometimes your company is a tax registered company, and sometimes it's not a tax registered company. Now, if your company is not a tax registered company, you can select no tax from here. Then your tax rate will not display here. And if you are a tax registered company, select second option, invoice based GST. And you can select tax rate here. Right, if you are a tax registered company, you can select the second option, invoice based GST, and from here you can create tax rates. Now if you select second option, there may be different tax type. If you want to remove those tax rate, you can uh, by clicking this red color button, uh, you can delete those tax types. And currently Sri Lanka VAT rate is 8%, so you can rename that tax type name by clicking there, and you can enter tax percentage here. Okay, you can rename that tax name, and you can enter the tax percentage. And currently in Sri Lanka we are using 8%, and you can tick they are under default tax rate. Then in this tax details, you can enter that last tax submission period and last tax submission date, and you can enter the number of frequency. Now if you are submitting quarterly or monthly, if you are submitting quarterly, you can enter 3 here. If you are submitting monthly, you can enter 1 here under tax period frequency. Okay. Now, if assume if government change VAT rate again, you can create a new tax rate, and you can enter that tax percentage, and you can enter the tax percentage here. Right. Now you can change your tax rate. Please change one tax rate to at 8% and enter the tax rate there. Okay. If your company is a tax registered company, please select second option, invoice based GST. And if your company is not a VAT registered company, select no tax. And you can enter tax types from under tax types by clicking this plus mark. Uh, and if you want to rename any tax type here, you can click that under name, and you can rename, and you can enter the tax rate. And under default, if now currently Sri Lanka using only 8%, so you can still tick that 8% under default tax rate. Under tax details, you can enter your company tax number and last tax submission period, last tax period end date, and last tax submission date. uh, and you can enter the tax period frequency. uh, if you are submitting quarterly, you can enter 3 here. If you are submitting monthly, you can enter 1 here. And if you cannot change this tax period from here, you can go to uh, reports. You can go to reports and select tax, and try whether you can change it from here, reports, tax, and whether you can change it from here. If you cannot change from company settings, you can change from here. Okay, you can enter tax period end date and tax submission due date, and you can enter the tax reporting frequency. Right, like that, you can enter tax rate. If you are a tax registered company, you can select second option, invoice base. And if you are not a tax registered company, you can select no tax, and you can save. Okay, is it clear? Right. Next, we will move to document and statements. From here, we can set our document numbers, such as our invoice number, customer invoice number, quotation number, purchase order number. Those numbers we are setting from under document and statements. Now, when you are entering transactions, you can see that document numbers. These document numbers we are setting from document and statements. First one, document statement messages. Now we can send supplier or customer statements from the system. We can send customer statement reports from reports, customer statements, and we can select period and we can generate the report. Now, in this setting, statement and messages, we can send our customer statements from system, and if customer is current period, we can set messages. Now, for an example, if a customer outstanding is more than 120 days plus, we can mention please settle immediately, and in 90 days outstanding, please settle as soon as possible, please settle within due date. Like that, messages we can set. Now, when we generate the report, for an example, this customer has outstanding more than 120 days plus. Therefore, that in this statement, this message will display. Okay, according to number of days of that outstanding, we can set a message in the statement. Okay, if it is current, then you can decide which message you want to display, and you can set here. Then when we are generating that customer statement, it will display here. Now, in this system, uh, if customer outstanding more than 120 days, we mention please settle immediately. That message display here. Okay, like that, you can set any message to that number of days. Next one, document numbers. Now, we can enter transactions the system customer transactions and supplier transactions and item adjustment transactions. Those transaction numbers we are setting here. Okay, now you can set quotation number, sales order number, customer invoice, credit note. Those numbers you can set from here. Now when you are implementing the system, you can set number, and after that system automatically continue that number. Now for an example, when you are implementing the system, if you set 001 here, then when you are generating the second transaction, system will automatically increase that serial order to 002. And now when you are implementing the system, you may implement for new company, or you may implement the system for all company. Now, if you are implementing the system for new company, you can enter new numbers for this one. And if you are implementing the system for all company, you can, if you want to continue from previous system transaction numbers, you can set that next number of that previous system. Now, for an example, for customer invoices, previous system, your last number is 101. Then when you are enter new document number here, you can use 102. Okay, your previous system last number is 101. Now you can set 102 when you are implementing this system under new document number. Okay, like that for all transactions you can enter the new document number. Then when you are entering transaction, this number will display under document number. Okay, then only one time you need to set this number. After that, system will automatically allocate next number to that document number. Okay, like that you can enter document numbers. Now please change your invoice, customer invoice number to RUH, sorry, INV RUH 001. Please change your invoice number RUH, sorry, INV RUH 001. Okay, you can enter that number under new document number and you can save. Okay, and also when you are deciding that document number, please very carefully decide that number. Now when you are enter any document number, it should be simple and it should be meaningful number. Now in here there are 9 characters, 3 digits for this INV, and there are 7 numbers for that invoice number. Now if you are a small and medium scale company, you don't want that much of lengthy number. You can, if you want, you can enter INV 0001. Okay, 4 digits you can use for number. And for an example, if you are set 3 zeros and 1, that means you can go up to 10,000 or 9,999 invoices. Okay, and if you set 001 digits, you can go up to 999, like that. you can decide how many invoices you may generate for next 5-10 years, and you can set a number. And when you're and sometimes some companies use for year for that invoice number. Now for an example, when you are invoicing in 2021, that company may use 2021 and dash 001. Now actually year you don't want to mention, because if you mention or if you indicate year in that document number, every year you need to change that invoice number. That here document number you need to change in every year. So then if you forgot to change that number, you cannot change that invoice number. Therefore it's better if you can continue one number. And also especially now when you are doing manually, there may be files for due to identification we are mentioning year number or month. But when you are using any system computer application, you don't want to mention that year or month for that invoices. You can continue one number. Okay, so when you are implementing in system, please consider your invoice number. When you are setting that document numbers, please get very simple and meaningful document numbers. Right, next one, document description. Now from here you can print documents, quotations, sales order, invoices. And first time when you are printing, this original name will display here. And if you are printing copy, or if you are printing more than one time, this copy name will display in that document. Now we'll check one. Now here quotation. Sorry, quotation are same. We'll print credit note. Right, now you can see now here uh, customer, sorry, credit note. Under credit note, original name is credit note, copy name. If you are printing more than one time, system will print copy credit note. Now if you are print more than one time, system will display copy credit note. And for control purposes, sometimes if your users print same invoice number and they are collecting money, you can block that by setting this copy name under if your users print second time. Okay, actually it's good for now if you are printing tax invoices, you cannot give two times that original documents. For that also you can use this copy name. Then when you are printing more than one time, this copy will mention in front of that document name. Okay, for all transaction, if you want, you can enter copy name. Then when you are printing more than one time, this document name will print with this copy. Right. Next one, customer document messages. Now when you are enter transactions, from here message, there is a message box. From here you can enter any message, kind of like you can mention your bank details here, and when you are printing, that message will print in that document. Okay, like this you can enter. If you want to mention any message in your documents, you can type here, then that message will display in that document. Now for an example, if you want to mention validity period in the quotation, you can type that message here, and when you are printing that document, that message will display in this document. Okay, like that. If you want to mention any message in your documents, you can type here, and when you are entering transaction, that message will display. And if you want to change that message when you are entering transaction, or when you are processing transaction time also, you can change. Right. Next, supplier document messages, like customer documents, you can enter document messages for supplier documents also. Right. Like purchase orders. Now if you want to mention deliver goods in a particular period or in different address, you can mention in that purchase order. Right, please deliver, like that. If you set any message here, that message will display in that document. Right, is it clear up the documents and statements? Right, before wrap up the class, we will do or we will download this document and statement. Okay, now in Sage Business Cloud Accounting, you can design your customer invoices, quotations, purchase orders those documents you can design. Okay, for design that documents, you need to download this design app. Okay, go to document and statements, click invoice and statement layouts, and there's a button. Clicking here, and by clicking that button you can download that custom layout designer app. Okay, click that button and select desktop add-ons and downloads, and by clicking this icon, accounting custom layout designer for Windows, you can download that designer app. Okay, click download and install now. Then it will download here. After that, you can run that setup file. Okay, now please download that app. Go to company, change company settings, document and statements, invoice and statement layout. Clicking here. Okay, from this screen, you can select desktop add-ons and downloads, and click this image, accounting custom layout designer for Windows. After that, click download and install now. After download that app, you can run that app. Okay, please download and run that app. Okay, after you run that app, this icon will display in your screen, accounting custom layout designer. You can double click that icon, and you can enter your username, email address and password to log into that custom layout designer. Okay, after that, you can enter your username and password here, and you can log into the system. Okay, then you can select that transaction type, that document type, and uh, you can design your layout. Okay, actually initially you have some standard formats available, and you can select one format and select design. After that you can rename that layout, because original document we cannot save, uh, we cannot modify. Click save as, and you can enter any name there, and you can save. After that that name will display here, and you can uh, modify this layout. Okay, from here also you can view that data fields, and from here you can bold, or you can change that display of that labels, and you can add additional fields here. Like that, it's not difficult. Actually earlier days, when you uh, if you want to change or if you want to do any modification to your layout, it's very difficult. You need programming knowledge. But now here you don't want any programming knowledge. You can just drag and drop that field here, and you can modify that document. Okay, first download that layout designer. Go to company, change company settings, document and statements, invoice and statement layouts. Click that clicking here button. After that, select desktop add-ons and downloads, and click uh, accounting custom layout designer, and you can download. After download, you can view uh, you can view this icon, accounting custom layout designer. Double click that, and you can enter your username, email address and password, and click OK. Then you can log into the system. After that, open that what file, open, and you can select any layout and you can rename that. After that, you can edit that. From here you can select layout design, and click go to file, save as, and you can enter name and uh, okay, click OK. After that, you can edit that or edit or modify your layout. Okay, like that you can design your layouts. We will discuss that invoice layout designing when we are doing transactions, and we will wrap up for today. If you have any questions, you can ask, or we appreciate if you can give feedback on that speed and content we have discussed, then we can adjust according to your feedbacks in next sessions.
Yes, I think it is a good idea that everyone types some feedback about how did you feel about this session, what, as Chanasa said, what you expect to be changed, whether you learn something new, whether it is useful for your life, something like that. Everyone, please type a comment before you leave this meeting. And I have one question. For example, assume that we are trying different things in this company, and then if we want that we want to try it again, is there any possibility to reset all the changes that we made, or delete the company that we were working on and create a new company instead using this trial version?
Actually, sir, you can now some server-based systems you can download a backup and you can reinstall, but cloud versions you cannot take backups and download and again reinstall. But here you can do any things, any transaction you can do, and if you want to add additional company also, you can add from here, and you can practice in that company also. You can go to my profile and you can add additional company. You can upgrade, click on upgrade, and
Yes.
from here additional company you can enter one there if you want to add additional company, and you can upgrade. uh, then after that, after you create that new company, you can click this your company name, then available companies will display here, and you can
Okay.
navigate to each company.
So that means it doesn't matter really for you that how many companies we create using this
Yes,
test account, right?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, then we will wrap up for today. If you have any questions, please ask, and we will meet on next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Okay, thank you very much. Have a pleasant evening.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
very much,
thank you
Mr.
very
Chan.
Thanks.
Please type your comments so that everyone can see it, right? Okay, thank you everyone. Chan, I think that's it. And thank you so much. And see you next Wednesday. I think we will end the session now. Is that okay?